Alright guys, it's that time of year. I'm gonna fire up the old boiler. So, see if the power, everything's hooked up, the pumps, the fan, all that good stuff. Have that big go right where I need to go here. There you go. Alright, leave that pump off, that's for the shop. The fan, now I gotta turn that. That scared me. Alright. Let's fill her up with some wood. Lever for the shaker grate was a little bit seized up there, but good now. Had a whole ton of kindling piled up at Dad's wood shop. Forgot to bring it home with me the other day. I had a couple siding shingles and just some cardboard laying around. Should be good. I just burned most of my cardboard out in the bonfire pit. It's already going pretty good. I think it'll catch. And that pine is really dry that I threw in there, so. So it's like 50 degrees right now. Got down in the 40s last night, and the house was a little bit chilly. Not bad. I've got the electric heat running, but that heats mainly the downstairs and radiates upstairs, and the upstairs does stay a little bit chilly when you're just running that. At least chillier than I like it, I should say. I only had the heat on like 65 downstairs, so I guess I can't expect much anyway. But got that pile of pine over there. This is pine, mostly ash here, mixed with some pine. And I'll burn softwoods here October, November, early December time frame. And then my buddy Joe and his girlfriend's dad came over, dropped all this stuff off. So thanks Joe, thanks Kevin for dropping this off. They filled the dump trailer 3 times, and there's a bunch of cherry in here. There's some birch, there's maple, ash. So a lot of good hardwood, firewood in here, and a lot of this stuff I won't have to split. Some of this bigger stuff like this birch over here I'll have to split, and a couple pieces of the maple. but for the most part, just chunk it up and throw it in there. So appreciate that. But I've got, between these 3 piles and these 2 that are already cut and split over here, I've got more than enough to get me through the winter, and probably almost a 1.5 years worth of firewood sitting here, or a winter and a half a winter, however you want to call it. Not a, don't burn year round, but anyway, got the water heating up now. We're starting to. Let's see what this looks like when I get back from hunting in a couple hours. But to heat up all that mass, water mass, from like 60 degrees, whatever it is right now, up to 130 or 40, whatever my set point is, it'll probably burn down most of that, because it'll have the fan on constantly. Not this fan, but when I shut that light off, the fan in the back will turn on, like so, and stoke the fire. Anyway, you can see though that little hood does a pretty nice job of pulling that smoke out of the room. So that's it. 2021 winter is underway. Get this thing buttoned up and have nice warm floors tomorrow. Right, Vigo? You probably like that. Maybe not as much as I do. You got a lot of fur. One thing I forgot to show you is there's the water level right there. About halfway up the sight glass. Hard to see because of how close it is to this wall. And here's the temp gauge. But you can probably see what that's at for temp better than I can. It's probably about 65, it looks like. Yeah. 65 degrees. So about 2 hours, we'll see how far that comes up. See if it hits that point. I want to change this whole thing out though, so it's rotated 90 degrees. And probably put a new sight glass in. That one gets hard to see. Got some debris or sediment or rust or something in there. All right, turn this off. Let the fan back here kick on. Let her heat up. Burnt down about halfway, I'd say, in 2 hours. That pine. Getting the water up to temp. Let's see what it's at. Almost to 150, and I think that's where the fan will kick off at. So, getting close. I'm gonna throw a few more blocks on there and call it good. But anyway, we're gonna have a nice warm house tonight, aren't we, bud? Heck yeah. Alright guys, we'll see you on the next one.